Welcome to the 52 episode of Indie and Music Industry World. Ladies and gentlemen, J.I.
Hello,
Hello,
John.
David.
Nice to meet you.
How are you? Likewise. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm a little bit late.
No, don't worry. It's a big pleasure. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank you.
much. How's it
Oh, my
going?
pleasure. Great. Where are you? In Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas right now. I'm here just like
Nice.
I'm preparing some stuff as I gotta get married here, then back to Italy. Just a lot of,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
What part of Italy are you from?
Milan.
Nice. Are
Yeah.
you a football fan?
What, sorry?
Are you a football fan? You know, soccer?
Yeah,
Which one? Inter or AC?
AC,
Okay.
obviously. Yeah.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for being on my podcast. I totally love your sound and all your works. I just study as a classical pianist too, and you had a lot of passion with old computers and electronics.
Right.
How do you mix that kind of these two different stuff in your productions and in your music?
Good question. It's actually something that they have in common because a well-written, piece of music from Bach or Beethoven has the same structural beauty as a beautifully written piece of software, and that there is a flow and there's a design and there's a system, and somehow within that, what's that saying, deus ex machina, right? Within the machine there is God, and you can see it in both if you look close enough.
Yeah. So you mixed a lot of styles from EDM, from hip hop to progressive rock. How much is hard to maintain the authenticity of the sound?
It's important. That's another good question. To to be able to be respectful of each genre is to understand its priorities, to understand its point of view. Because once you, like being a method actor, if you had to play a lawyer, you would basically immerse yourself in the world of being a lawyer, and you would study what it was like to be a lawyer. If I do that in a certain genre, it's the same thing. I have to be able to represent the genre as if I was born into it, like a great actor or a chameleon.
Yeah. So and you had a lot of inspiration from different kind of composers, from the EDM to the classic ones.
Mhm.
Uh, how much that inspired you on the modern compositions?
Which composers inspired me in modern
Yeah,
compositions? Can you give me an example?
yeah, just like Debussy, as
Mhm.
your favorite artist, and Juan Carlos, that example, as you mentioned
Right.
them. Yeah.
Right.
How do you mix this kind of different styles in a modern compositions?
Well, it all depends on the artist, whether I'm working on music with Aerosol, my own project, or if I'm working with a client. It's about understanding what their influences are and being able to select from my experiences the influences that are relevant, that have the same value as they do to the artist.
Yeah. I absolutely love, your way to work, talking about trust and familiarity with all your workers, right?
Mhm.
Is there a particular moment when there was something unexpected outcome working with some other artists?
Unexpected, how so?
Yeah, an unexpected moment from the relation with the work with the artist.
Um, Well, I try not to have any expectations. So if I don't have any expectations, then everything is unexpected. What you can do is you can make a birdhouse, but you can't force the bird to come live in it. All you can do is hope to make a nice enough birdhouse so that the bird wants to come and make a home in it. And what we do in the studio and in writing is create an environment where creativity can happen, right?
Yeah.
And it arrives almost like from the outside. Sometimes I call it the purple cloud that shows up. But it's this thing that we can't just call up like that. It's about creating the environment that it wants to show up in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you think things are changing in the music industry, and what do you think that they gotta resolve and make it better in music?
Well, that's a broad term when you say the music industry, and it's taking me a long time to reconcile being a creative person and then a studio person with the business side of things, and watched it evolve as I've been continuing on my own career, because what I do hasn't changed. In fact, the focus that I have, because there are so many people on the internet, there's so much noise about what people need to do to be successful artists.
Yeah.
How many TikToks and YouTube videos are there, right? It is the best thing I can do with an artist is to tell them to leave all those thoughts at the door, because it's really important that we focus on making the best, most authentic, honest expression of who they are artistically at that moment as possible. And like the great Quincy Jones said, when commerce is a consideration, then God leaves the room.
Yeah.
So
I'm
when you think about
in love with your music. Aerosol is amazing. Congrats so much. How was the process of Start Again? How was born?
Start Again?
Yeah.
Oh man. That song, I was living in a guest house in Beverly Hills adjacent, up in the hills, Beverly Hills, and spending a lot of time alone. And I had been in a relationship, and now I wasn't. And so part of it was about, when you turn the page in your life and you need to start again. It's a little bit obvious, I guess, but what does that mean? Forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others. Sometimes when things burn down, you have to look for what's going to grow out of the ashes.
How much is hard to put just like on something personal, on a track,
Yeah.
Is it hard or?
Let's put it this way. True artists make art because it keeps them from running out into traffic, because it keeps them sane. True artists are people, and we always talk about this. How did you first pick up an instrument? What drew you to music in the beginning? And there's almost always a story of trauma or escape or solitude or safety or something that music did for them, and we try to maintain contact with this initial feeling of why we do this in the first place. And it also helps because with all the talk of Spotify numbers and streaming and YouTube videos, it's about making the most authentic music you can make. And that is ultimately, I think, one of the secrets of what makes it appealing to other people. Because when we see someone, even if it's a music we don't like, and we see them on stage, just being the authentic version of themselves and totally being into it, like, we love that. Even if we don't appreciate the music or the genre or whatever it is, when you just see someone being so fully authentic to themselves as a human being, right? And fully expressing themselves purely,
Yeah.
the way a child does, or or something like that, our heart's immediately open to that. So to me, it's about generating that as much as possible.
Which is the thought just you like to give to the new producers, or who is the new artists that are starring now?
Well, of course, I'm really excited for the Skylar Love project that I've been working on with her. She's a young artist coming out of Nashville. I've been working with her for a few years now, and she's really come into her own with her sound and her talent. She's a phenomenal singer. You know, I guess I'm a little bit ignorant about what's going on in a lot of the other worlds. I've just been so, focused on the work that I do. But there's another artist named Faye Jupiter who has her debut single coming out next month. Very excited about her. She's like James Bond soundtrack music,
Can't wait.
Right. In fact, early on in my career, when I worked with Malcolm McLaren, we used a lot of the Italian film composers as points of reference. Nino Rota, all of these amazing talents, and it was wonderful to draw on them for that. And so we channeled a little bit of that into Faye's project as well.
Yeah.
So, what else is interesting? I don't, it's so funny. I'm such a student of music that I don't have opinions as much as oh, that is bad or this is good. I just am interested to see what music is connecting with people at any given time, what sort of captures the zeitgeist, as they would say. But which one is like the thing that, because that's ultimately what we do as musicians and as performers, is we give a voice to those who do not have a voice. We express things for others that can't express things. And so when someone's expressing something that a lot of people go, I know exactly how that feels, or that person knows exactly how I feel, that is the connection that makes it, succeed in my world, right?
Yeah. I cannot wait to. Have you prepared maybe to do some live shows now?
Oh, that would be a dream of mine. It's funny. I'm actually mixing a new aerosol track this week as we speak. But that would be a dream. We'll have to see. I think I need to get 3 or 4 more tracks done and then hit the road. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I cannot wait to listen, and you totally got my support for
Thank you so much.
everything.
It's very, very means a lot.
To me too. Thank you so much for our interview. It was a good time.
Yes, I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.